Hello team, this is the final one for me and then I'm going to call it and go to bed. I wanted to do these because, actually maybe I said it in the other VOD, it's late, I've actually forgot. My brain's a bit frazzled, I've had quite a long day, but I'm going to get through this. It shouldn't take long, there's only a couple of small clips. I'm just going to play it, we'll talk about things. There's two fights here, I'm going to play both, both fights, and then we talk about them both. Here, at this exact moment, we should comma outside. You guys definitely should 100% see this and should com this. If that happens here, Will actually has enough time to rotate. That's something I've just noticed. It's not why I want to do this, but we're a little bit slow. They do speed boost. Okay, and that's the fight we lose around, we lose everyone else. So, I'm going to go to first fight first. I'm personally less sure about the Ryan holding here. I think actually, in truth, it doesn't really matter. And I think it mostly comes down to where Dan's feels more comfortable holding. So, like, I'm actually totally fine with either. I wanted to talk about it. I guess I don't want, I guess, yeah. I wanted to talk about it very briefly, but it doesn't really matter too much. I think, after like watching this a couple of times, I think what I have concluded is whoever holds here in this play is most likely going to be the bait. Because the team, I've got it confusingly, my colours the wrong way around right now, but the attacking team are going to push up payload and they're going to see these people here, and I think generally they're going to like think that they're punishable, and they're going to be looking to aggress on these people. If it's a Ryan and a Brig holding here, like it is, I'm going to change my colours. They're going to push this. We have Honningen on his crossfire. We have Muffins who can DM and pressure from above. We have Zen on a crossfire. It's fairly decent, but I think it's medium hard to properly punish. It's fine, but I think if you swap them, Ryan and Brig are going to play, like, payload would be here, you give it a tiny bit of space, Ryan has the cover of the payload and the cover of this corner. But I think if you play Zarya there, she is big bait for this team. So the team are going to see Zarya, and they're going to want to push her. And I think that's kind of like more effective a bait because the Rhine can look for like easy pins onto this, or like maybe even onto this, like easy pins for peel with bubbles. The Brig is also like very set up for like a bash onto the side, and she just like has a better field of view of their Zerg to get bashes. I don't think it matters loads, but I just thought that maybe it's easier for like the Rhine to actually look for punishers on pins and shit when they are likely to overextend into the Zarya. They end up overextending into the Rhine here, and it works out fine. So it comes down to what you guys prefer. I guess it doesn't really matter. Either way, I definitely prefer this forward hold to Honningen being on the high ground. I also think it's a little bit scary for Dan's because if he plays this corner, his route of retreat is like back this way. And I just feel like he doesn't have actually like loads of cover. When he's playing this, he can either retreat like this way, which feels like very unnatural because he's actually running away from Honningen and the Zen, I guess actually I would prefer. It's actually better to retreat this way if we hold this corner. Um, it's a very natural thing to go this way, but like if Dan's gets pressured from this corner and backs this way, there's not actually like he's not actually able to back into loads of cover. So if you play this corner, maybe even you back this way, hard shielding, because then their back line actually has to overextend way more to come up and actually get sights onto you. But yeah, so that's one of my arguments for why like actually playing this is better, because if Dan's gets pressured, he can back to this corner, and then once again their back line actually has to get around the corner to actually like continue to pressure Dan's. Whereas here he just like backs up into more sight lines, so it's a little bit scary. And yes, like Dan's backing up this way or this way does kind of like open up our crossfire for us, but I just think it's not the most optimum play in the world. Maybe I've convinced you, maybe I haven't, who knows. We win that fight. Okay, and this one, so Will's a little bit slow to rotate, we're a little bit slow to comet. I actually think we don't actually end up losing this fight because of our Zen. But I do think we end up losing this fight a little bit because Will calls for help, and like I think you guys do, I mean rightly so as well. You guys do see the danger in this play developing. Like we do see that they have an opportunity to get a free kill on our Zen here, which is disastrous. So I think like as a reaction to that, Flashy moves up very aggressively, Dan's moves up very aggressively, but so look at where we end up taking the fight. Dan's gets booped like fuck here as well. But so I think like our Zen almost baits us in a little bit. Look at where Dan's is playing. Look where Dan's dropped shield, he gets bubbled there, and then he gets a huge Rhine boop, and like at this point, this is game over. Like he's booped, Brig has stun. This sucks. So like, if they rotate like this, that's fine. Usually we should be playing this corner. At the start of this play, like if we don't get debated, we're actually all almost in like really good positions. Muffins, you need to rotate definitely. This is way too slow actually. I forgot to mention this. So that needs to happen for sure. The moment we scout them pushing right side, our diva rotates here. Because Honningen is going to be looking to playing like a crossfire around here. But otherwise, on this rotation from theirs, if our diva is up here, we'd be in a good position. We get a little bit debated by Zen, but like all I can say is like have some faith in Will. Like Will backs off just enough here to like not make it worth them pushing. I think it was punishable. I think he's lucky, but I also think if they did go for this punish play, we'd actually like that is actually a window for us to aggress into them. Suddenly, like we can maybe even go for like a crazy pin, or we've got some crazy crossfires. 1 second. Sorry, but yeah. So we fuck up a little bit here, We don't need to worry about this rotation if we rotate properly towards it. We still have our defensive position, we still have our crossfires. Anyway, so we get rolled. Unlucky. I wanted to watch us aggressively hold. How do we lose this fight? Oh, this grab. Yeah. I'm not sure about that grab, actually. I know you asked and we said it was okay. It's really hard for the bomb to be effective. It's really hard for our stuns and our pins to be effective. This is what I wanted to watch quickly. This is a very, like, this is micro. I don't really want to dwell on this too much. Honningen, you get poked out here. You're Zarya. And I will forgive you because I'm a flex support player nearly mostly. I play a lot of Zen. But you're Zarya. You have shields. You get spammed out, quite rightly. It's good they spam you out. And you take cover. Tick tick so far. If you wait one more second here, you start building up shields. Instead, you peek again. You delay your shield regeneration. You peek again. You get a heal, but you go again. So just like be a little bit more careful here when you're like getting spammed out, especially when you're like this. Just like reset, be patient, wait a couple of seconds, go again. Maybe like you need to wait for your personal or something. But just like if you really need heals, you have shields. You can regen that shit. Yes, this is. So first off, I have two things to note. This is a bit rogue from you, my friend. Whew, no, that's actually really scary. Look at this rotation. I'm sorry, I didn't actually. I just wrote on my notes that because what I originally I wrote in my notes that like they kind of like fake rotated here and dropped out. I kind of just wanted to talk about how actually I think Zarya could have rather than sacrificed high ground immediately, you could have just played back, gone to play this corner. And then like if red team just do decide to fully commit to pushing all the way, then obviously you'd have to drop, and like I think Dan's would be looking to play something like this. You could have the luxury of playing cover of cart, so you have a nice crossfire. Diva would be set up like this to have Brig. We'd definitely have our if they came all the way, Zen would rotate around here. So like we would look to like mirror their rotation, like keep our crossfire. But yes, I think you sacrificed this window and like joined the team a bit too soon. Like be stubborn about your high grounds. Don't get forced. Like this is a perfectly fine. This is like a perfectly fine place to retreat to, because like as we see, as we see in the clip, they end up jumping down from this window. If they do that, then if they do jump down from the window, you have your great high ground crossfire that really supports Dan's holding the fountain. If they do continue to push, you have time to rotate anyway. It's really not that fine. Be stubborn about the ground you want to take. Instead, you jump down, and then this rotation is actually bonkers. Oh, my friend. Oh, no, let me get shattered, and it's a big fat rip. Shit. Okay. Never mind. I'm sorry that was so disastrous. I'm actually, yeah, never mind. Fuck it. Anyway, so that was that. That's just like some macro positioning and rotations for Dorado first.